members of the County Council. The final bill passed last year after many hours of public hearings, work sessions, and background deliberations with stakeholders represents a compromise among various interests. Residents, who I think are the ultimate stakeholders in the county, would have liked to see more done to improve the growth management process. For example, we need to be able to test for hospital capacity, but that was not possible because the hospital is, quote, a private entity. And yet, in the last citizens' budget hearing held by the county executive, the hospital requested $5 million for capital projects and $3 million annually to assist in operations. I find it inconsistent that the hospital is willing to accept public money and not be subject to public policy. We would also have liked to see a test on fire test and police test to assure that law enforcement's ability to practice community policing. The school tests that were added have since been used to scare the community by those who want to continue to siphon as much economic benefit as possible from the land through favorable APFO provisions and low school impact fees, which while class sizes go up and quality of living decreases. Those who support the initial version are handing out maps covering with red ink and throwing out words such as moratorium as fear-mongering tactics without articulating any adverse impacts. I disagree that new development is the source of net revenue for the county. The projected loss, according to the Economic Development Authority report released just a few hours ago, is $56 million over 4 years, which dwarfs in comparison to the cost of a new high school of at least $125 million that this report does not take into account. Simply put, the marginal revenue gained from one additional residential development is significantly less than its marginal cost. Hanover Hills Elementary School, which opens next fall, costs $57,000 per student. There's no way each incremental home brings in more money than it costs before adding in other costs to public facilities. This bill is not perfect, but represents the hard work of many on all sides of the issue. Do not weaken it. And if there are any changes, please make it stronger. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Fox.